Hello, it's the 13th of June and day 89, my self-isolation period. Right, historical record. Might try and race through this a bit because there's quite a bit. They announced 181 deaths in the UK from coronavirus in 24 hours, making a total of 41,662. The Office for National Statistics Infection Survey said that the number who tested positive between the 27th of April and the 10th of May was 152,000, but between the 25th of May and the 7th of June it was 33,000, so a big drop. So that's good. And 1 in 1,700 in the community had COVID-19. They're talking about the R rate having gone over 1 in the southwest. Nigel Farage has quitted LBC, a radio show, amid a backlash over his Black Lives Matter comments. Yeah. I think LBC said that he was coming close to the end of his contract. So he wasn't sacked then. Operators can refuse to allow passengers to travel on public transport without face coverings. Grant Shapps denied that the government's chief nurse, was dropped from the number 10 briefing after refusing to back Dominic Cummings. Boris Johnson has urged people not to go on demos, saying that a growing minority were using demonstrations to attack police and public property, and the statue of Churchill has been boarded up. Coup. Sadiq Khan, a while back, unveiled a statue to a woman called Millicent Fawcett, who was a suffragette. Positive. But it turns out she was also an ardent supporter of empire, was sent to the British concentration camps. Did they call on that? Anyway, in the Second Boer War, and she came back being quite favourable about them and saying that the poor conditions were due to the unsanitary habits of the Boers. She also claimed to have visited every camp in the country, but she failed to visit a single camp which held black Africans. So there we go. Negative. People are complicated. See, it's not easy. And shops are getting ready to open on Monday. Stop. Right, what about today? Well, I had a bad night last night. Couldn't get to sleep. And then, 8 o'clock this morning, the team turned up to start work on my drive. There was the boss, a British man, and at least 4 Romanians. And they cracked on with it, and unfortunately that meant I had to crack on with it at 8 o'clock, not having had hardly any sleep. So anyway, I had to dig up various stuff, but that was okay. I mean, I didn't work as hard as them, that's for sure. They worked very hard. And I didn't do that much. What I did was all wrapped up by about 9 o'clock. Which meant that I was able to get on with, oh joy, filing admin. It had to be done. Anyway, short while later, there's a knock on the door. Not that short while later. They'd been working at it for quite a while. Anyway, knock on the door, and the bloke said, "We broke something, come see." So I went and saw, and they'd been using their digger. and they dug up my gas main, my gas pipe to the house. So I made an emergency phone call, arranged for the gas people to come out, which they did come out within the hour. Meanwhile, we'd folded this pipe, plastic, folded it against itself to try and stop the gas coming out, taped it up with duct tape to hold it down, taped over the end of it. Anyway, blokey turned up, assessed the situation, then he called out the emergency repair team. They turned up, probably within another hour or two. They sorted it out. Meanwhile, the Romanians who'd been driving, the British bloke had buggered off quite early on. He'd left instructions to the Romanians, but hadn't really told them the full story of what was required. And he's a different bloke to the British bloke that I saw before, who is the one person who knew the full instructions, apart from me. So there's me trying to explain things to the Romanians. Only one of them spoke really any English at all. So anyway, they buggered off just as the first guy, the assessing guy, turned up. He made sure he got a photograph of their van as they drove off. But that was okay, because I was more than happy to spill the beans about who the company was. And he says they will be charged for the repair. I also noticed they managed to take out some chunks of the bricks of the house, driving their digger past it. They told me it was the first time they had driven this digger. I mean, they are making good progress, but it's like 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Anyway, there we go. That's been my day. Tomorrow, we are going to have someone join our bubble in the shape of my mother-in-law. I mean, it's exciting times. Exciting times. Anyway, there we go. That's it from me. They're not back till Monday, the Romanians. Nice chaps, but as far as I can make out. Hard workers. Anyway, that's it from me. I'm going to say bye-bye from now. What did I say it was? Day 89? I think I did. It's getting very close to day 91, which is the end of the 12 weeks plus 1, which is the period I was going to do these video vlogs for. So I need to make a decision about how I'm going forward. Anyway, for the time being, I'm going to say that's it for me. Bye-bye for now. See you tomorrow. Bye.